Hello and welcome to the GMS Magazine video channel being recorded at La Base Secreta, the premier board game cafe in the heart of Valencia in Spain. NSKN, a company very dear to me because, Agnieszka and Andrei are very good friends of mine, but I can say safely and being objective that they do make some absolutely beautiful looking games and some serious gaming quality. And one of their latest offerings is Simurgh. Now, that was released at Essen to great success in 2015, but now we're going to find out exactly what's inside the box and if the content are worth the amount of money that you have to spend to get your hands on it. Welcome to GMS Magazine unboxing videos. NSKN, as I was saying, they keep surprising us with absolutely beautiful looking games, like Simurgh, that looks absolutely gorgeous. In Simurgh, each player takes the role of a family that actually breeds dragons, and you have to do all sorts of things to make them grow up and becomes very healthy, very strong dragons, and do all sorts of resource management and worker placement and things in order to win the game. This is very hastily explained because this is not what this video is all about. If you want to know what the game is truly all about, then take a look at the interview that we did at Spiel, where you can get an overview of the game. Right now, what we're going to give you is exactly what's in the box. Now, I have one thing about this game, one thing that bugs me very much about the game. The game is all about dragons, and the only place in this cover that I can see dragons, and I'm sorry, that does not look like a dragon. That looks like some sort of dragony bird, but that is not a dragon. The only place where I can see dragons is in the skeletons of the dragons that are being used as gargoyles and ornaments in the city. I would like to see a dragon on that cover. That's my big bug. I mean, it's a beautiful cover, don't get me wrong, but there are no dragons, and this is a game about dragons. It's missing dragons. I want dragons. Anyway, the game is by Pierluca Zizzi, so that's a good warranty that the game is going to be pretty good. And I know it's actually a very decent game indeed. Usual box, nothing outstanding about it. And now we get the rules of play. The rules look absolutely delightfully gorgeous, as it is expected, with explanations and tokens and illustrations all over the place, just as they should be. A font that looks very readable to me. And they look like there is a fair amount of them. But, NSKN has this thing about giving us lots of rule books with lots of words, very verbose, and yet the games are a lot simpler once you play them. So you shouldn't be put off at all by the length or the amount of words and illustrations of this rule book, because I know for a fact that this is going to be easier to play than it is to look at it. In any event, this has been very well laid out, which is quite nice, and these tables, the tables of reference are very handy to have. Now, obviously, you cannot really make a table look an awful lot better than this. It's just a practical thing. So I'm not going to have any particular complaints about it. Yes, the rule book looks a little bit tight in places, but other than that, no dragons. There should be a dragon there. Yes, I will keep saying that. What else do we have? Tokens and lots of them. But this time, instead of just going for the cube kind of token, they've gone for different shapes, which is very cool. Of course, you get cubes, because why not? But you get little dragon paws and cubes, another cube, and more dragon paws, and then these, ear-shaped tokens that I'm not entirely sure what they are for. But I don't mind because I get dragon paws. They look like dragon paws to me. They could be plants. But for me, these are going to be dragon paws. For me. There are an awful lot of these tokens, by the way. Then you get these, which I saw mounted at Spiel, and I thought they were so cool. So damn cool. They've done something very interesting and very, very nice, which is that they have turned the S in NSKN logo into little mountable dragons, which I'm going to mount one for you to see. And I love them. I really like them. I really like them. There are an awful lot of them. Let me put it on my hand so the camera can get it properly and easily. There are a fair number of them. And I think it's a great idea to use the corporate image of the company to actually do something that plays well in the game. And then you get your spearmen. For each color, which is very cool. Very, very cool. Instead of doing something, why I like this, because instead of doing something that's been made of wood, which is the standard, they have gone the lengths of actually creating something slightly different. A different material that is very durable, very, very durable, and makes the game a little bit more idiosyncratic. Yes, you find things like, for example, here, in this token, it hasn't really cut completely through, like in that one, if you can see a difference. But, well, something that you can just very easily sort out, like so. No big deal at all. They've done something different, and I really like that. The plastic, yes, it is true that it feels a little bit cheap, but damn, it's rigid. That is very, very solid, and I like that. And to be honest, I think it's very cool that they've used the S of the logo, the corporate image, to create something that's functional in the game, and is, worth having. So I'm going to put this away. Let's see what else we have. I don't know why this is loose. It doesn't matter because it's quite handy. Ow. Ow. I mean, ow. This is really thick cardboard. Very well put together. The printing is lovely and the illustration is absolutely great. All the icons can be seen very well and very easily distinguished, which is very nice indeed. And as I said, the thickness is lovely with a great background illustration. And there is a lot of cardboard in this game, and this is where it came out from. So let me get out so I can show you exactly how many of these proofs there are. You get the tokens, which also can detach very nicely and very easily. Very simple iconography with your dragons, your scrolls, and your spears. And how many of these do we get? We get 1, 2, 3, lovely double sides, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And humans, look at those illustrations. They truly are stunning. They are very, very nice indeed to look at. And last, but of course not least, we get what it appears to be a rather large board. Let me take the box away and start to unfold this massive board. Jesus. Look at that. It will need a bit of training to sit nicely on the table. I'm happy to train that because I could spend hours looking at the board with the tiny, tiny little details of all the people around, all the nice details that you can see in the buildings. It is very characterful. It's very characterful. Still, they've managed to make so all these icons are fairly easy to recognize. So you're not going to get lost for long. And because you also get these spaces very clearly defined, you're not going to get lost in the board easily either. Everything has been well laid out. The cartography is gorgeous. The printing is absolutely stunning. The victory point counter track is great. I mean, come on, what is not to like about this? Because I really can't find many things. And I know I am biased because I know the company very well. But come on, I challenge you, find something that you dislike and is really bad. Not that just you dislike, but it's really bad. And I really can't find anything. So, yeah, another success for NSKN. They seem to be going on a really right track of making great games and doing things very well indeed and with great designers. So I think this is a very safe bet indeed. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please remember to subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with all the videos that we're going to be bringing. And do leave your comments please on the notes, because it would be great to hear what you have to say and your opinions. But until next time, thank you very much indeed for watching.